Camber House.
Give me my respect.
Welcome to Camber House.
You're now rocking with the best.
Welcome back to the Camber House podcast, episode number 2. In the studio today, I don't think we can claim victory just yet, but it looks that way. Welcome, Kyle Speedy Gregg. Kyle, how you been?
Thanks for having me, guys.
No, pleasure. How was the, should we get with the event?
Yeah, we can start with yesterday. So just so you guys know, this is the day after the first round of the 2024 championship, which we haven't got final times yet, but provisionally it appears as though you beat out Rob Swan by just under a second after 7 stages. Tell us about the battle you had with Rob yesterday.
It was good. I mean, from the first stage, I was struggling, straight up struggling. Couldn't get nothing going. Right away, Rob Swan gave us 2.5 seconds, which we expected because he's been driving. Knew I was second or third overall, but I just wanted to just maintain pace. Got faster throughout the day, and after lunch, we knew we were down by 2 seconds. So I had preferred the stage in the reverse direction anyways. So
He said the same thing to us.
Yeah.
He preferred the...
I think all the guys seem to prefer it that way. It just flows
it's a lot
better.
less scarier. But yeah, so we gave him, I think, 8 tenths after the first run after lunch. And the second run through, I knew we were fully committed. We didn't get any times. And at the end of the third stage after lunch, at the beginning of the third stage, I said to us that they're canceling the fourth stage. So at that point in time, I was clueless as to what was happening in terms of times, because I didn't know when to push or not push, because you don't know what, he's not going to tell you if you made a mistake or not.
Correct.
So, yeah, came out.
Listen, it was a heck of a round one.
You left some of the car in the stage.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I gave it everything, because I've lost 2 events last year by 3 and 4 tenths to Jeffrey.
Yeah.
King of the Hill on the first event. So if I had done that one more time, can't manage it. Right?
Just leave it out there. Hey, that was on the last corner? Or when did you do it?
No, like coming up to Cliff, right?
Coming up to the cliff.
Right.
Yeah. The right hand there, there's a group, like a...
Jeffrey ran off there last year, full off the road.
That's when he went straight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
So there's a little cutout in the middle and the inside. Just pitched the car.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest with you, I knew I hit the bush, cane, whatever you guys want to call it. But it never felt bad. I mean, I was sitting in 4th gear, carrying speed and everything. I mean, everybody was like, at the end of the stage, everybody was looking at the car, just like, oh, nothing major.
Yeah.
When I got to the pits and I saw the light missing, the left fender torn off, I was just like,
oh, right.
But yeah, it never felt that bad. But
And only in
Those
Barbados.
those cars are built like tanks, man.
You got the light back too, I think.
Yeah.
Somebody brought it back
good,
for you?
Good.
No?
good.
Unfortunate.
It was a good start. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better round, though. I don't think a good start to the season. Obviously, being locked into a tight battle with the strong competitor
Rob's
like
driving.
Rob.
I mean, the new car is definitely, his pace is there.
Yeah.
You know, he's faster than last year for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was saying that he wasn't sure he would see any kind of like performance gain. It just felt nicer. It just felt a little more out.
Yeah, he seems to be not only comfortable, but he's certainly faster than he was last year. Because last year, I would say, like obviously, for example, like Josh drove really committed yesterday, but just not quite enough to get close to you and Rob. At the end of last year, when Rob was in the older Skoda, Josh was significantly closer to Rob. The two of them would get locked into battles. Rob has kind of taken a bit of a step and is up closer to where you and Jeffrey would have been, and Stuart when he drove. So it's clear that the Rally2 Evos obviously have a bit more capability.
You're not going to feel the little differences, eh? You're just going to show in the time.
It just adds up over the
Correct.
stages.
It's like half a second per kilometer. It adds up.
Yeah. He was saying that he thought maybe on launch off the line, it felt better to him. It wasn't bogging down as much.
Yeah.
How's your launches going? Do you feel from yesterday?
It's a hit or miss with the Ford, eh?
Yeah.
Sometimes you feel like you're hard, but you still have to, like, I know, like when Jeffrey launched me in the Skoda, and the car flies.
Yeah.
Like I can't release the clutch as fast. I have to like ride it.
Right.
Or it will bog.
It will bog.
Yeah.
It will bog.
Interesting.
Weird.
We want to talk a little bit about your history in motorsport. Obviously, you got quite a storied one coming from the track side of things. Obviously, your father was big into motorsport. What was it like growing up? How did you get into it in the first place?
It was just a norm for me. I mean, mom used to race go-karts. Dad married David Somerville's sister.
Right.
So she used to race. She's even beaten Dad in the same car. So I mean,
You're gonna
motorsport,
call him out just
Jeffrey
so?
Panton is my ex-stepfather. So I mean, it was.
You were surrounded by it.
Surrounded. I had no choice.
Yeah. You were born into it, right?
Born
Way of
into it.
life.
And we started circuit racing. Then did a few rallies.
What was the first car you had?
Civic.
Did you race go-karts?
Yeah.
So you went from car. How
I
long did
started
you?
late though. I raced go-kart when I was 16, 17.
Oh, okay. So how many years did you race go-karts before you got into a car?
4 years.
Right. And then your first car was a Civic? That was track racing. Why track racing before rallying?
Just
I guess
Jamaica,
rallying is not as big in
Dover.
Jamaica, right? Like,
It's not. It's
Yeah.
not. It's not.
yeah.
It's, with Jamaica, you find that if rallying is on a high, circuit racing is on a low.
Right.
If circuit racing is on a high, rallying is on a.
Interesting.
I guess people can't afford to do both.
Right.
Yeah, fair enough.
You're committed to doing one. So
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about the Civic.
it was just a standard B18, and then we eventually put a B20 in there.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just
Nothing fancy.
nothing fancy. TN suspension. It had Brembo brakes, which were excellent.
Yeah. That was the fanciest thing on the car.
Yeah, it had a dog box.
Right.
But nothing, no sequential, no
Really?
no K20, no.
Okay.
Did you
Many,
like,
when many K20s came after me, didn't succeed. But yeah,
so you enjoyed the track racing?
I did, especially when we got the Radical,
Yeah.
first Radical. We struggled with that because it was just on paper it was supposed to be better than what it was.
Yeah.
But we had to spend a lot of money going to a 3.2 engine to try and compete with David in the Evolution and Doug at the Audi DTM at the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it was circuit racing was booming back in 2015, 2016.
And you took it all around, or it was primarily?
I
I know
did-
you were here because I know you won
we
here.
brought the car here.
Yeah.
I think twice. I think we won one event one time, and then the engine blew the first time it came here. But I never went to Trinidad or Guyana with the car.
Okay.
But did rallying in Trinidad. One rally Trinidad.
This would be in your. So
Yeah,
wait, when
well-
was your? You had the Radical was the last track car you
Correct.
raced, and after the Radical you went into a Group N Evo.
No, I had a group and ever from
Oh, you
All
were
the same.
rallying and track racing at the same
Correct.
time. Ah, I see. Okay, so when did you do your first rally?
in a Civic, the same Civic,
You took the track Civic and did a rally where?
2011.
Where
In
did-
Jamaica?
In Jamaica?
and I-
Oh, like on the
and I-
gravel?
and the gravel, and I won the event because everybody wrote down.
Are you joking?
There was only like 9 cars at the end of the day.
You took your track Civic and did a gravel rally?
Put on the the dirt suspension, get out.
That's action. That's good. I like that.
But yeah, I got the Evolution in I think 2014 for the
Okay.
rally.
Yeah, okay. And
That's
what was
a
that
nine-
like when
that's
you
a
first
nine?
drove that?
Was that Evo 9? Yeah.
When it was John Powell's Nakam car,
Right.
and
Okay.
it was nice. It was completely different, easier to drive. I guess a 4-wheel drive on dirt.
Yeah.
was just more.
Was the
Relax.
speed like a thing? You didn't really know. It was not a
Really
big deal.
Not a big deal because the car is not that fast.
Yeah,
But,
fair enough.
But yeah, it's just
So you did a bunch of, you got John Powell's X Evo, did a bunch of gravel rallies, Jamaica.
Jamaica only has gravel.
Right, Jamaica and Trinidad. You went to?
Went to Trinidad.
And then-
2019.
Right. How did that go?
Won Rally Trinidad.
Okay, so you're off to a good start in rallying.
Yeah.
When
I've
did you
always preferred rallying.
when did you
Really?
first come? How come?
As in, it's just more demanding, more technical.
I guess it's you against you at the end of the day with a
it's-
clock, right?
I said to people that, circuit racing, there's so much animosity. Like, you put it this way, when Mark Malone and me used to drive, you want to talk to him, like, there's so much
Yeah, all this tension.
tension.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, yesterday, after every stage, me and Rob were laughing at each other, like, it's just more relaxing, more fun.
Yeah.
It's more social.
Yeah.
But the rallying, I've always preferred dirt. The sideways driving, as you guys saw in Vaucluse last
Yeah.
year, it's
Well, I mean, you even drive a little bit like that on tarmac
Seems to be a
sometimes.
Jamaican thing because Jeffrey was similar.
Yeah, he
before
did have
got
a similar
the-
kind of
before
style.
he got
Even
the
your dad
R5.
too, I think. When I remember of him coming here to do Rally Barbados and stuff, I feel like he had a similar sort of.
Your dad won Rally Barbados in 2006.
They always had a bit more. I feel like the Jamaicans tended to have a bit more flamboyance in their driving style. I don't know what it
That's
is.
gravel.
Maybe it just
That's
is coming
gravel.
from the gravel. Yeah. So when did you first? So you were successful in the Evo and you started a bunch of gravel rallies. When did you first do your tarmac rally in the
first
Evo?
and only tarmac rally. It was 2016 here.
in Rally for Rally Barbados.
In Group N, yeah.
First stage gearbox. Oof.
So you didn't get very far.
Yeah, no, we bought a standard gearbox and did the rest of the event. But I was just doing it for just seat time.
Right.
But you were quick then also, right?
Yeah, it was quicker. We came second to Malaloo with a spin, which caused me the warm-up rally result in first place in Group N. But yeah.
What was the transition like for you? Like when you first started driving the car on tarmac, did you find it was a big adjustment, or
It was because everything happens a lot faster on tarmac. I mean, you know, you can set the car for dirt, and you know, if a left four, you can turn the car in early and hoe it through. You can't really do that with a left four here. You have to, roads are a lot more slippery. You need to be smoother. But yeah, I mean, when I got the Fiesta last year, the King of the Hill, not King of the Hill, the warm-up rally.
Yeah.
That was my first tarmac event.
How was that?
Since, what, 6 years? Yeah.
But wait, hold on. Before we get to the Fiesta, that was the 2016 Rally Barbados was the first with the Evo. Didn't go well. What happened between there?
Nothing. Just
You didn't
Track
drive
racing.
track racing, and then
in the Civic.
no, Civic was sold then.
Right.
After Radical.
Oh, Radical. Yeah.
Radical. So you still had your Radical. So after you gave up with the Evo, you were still driving the Evo at the time too,
Correct.
but just in Jamaica.
Correct.
Okay, so just doing gravel occasionally and driving your Radical on the track, and then comes
The decision.
like how did you what was it that led you towards a Fiesta or getting into a Rally 2 car?
I tell you, last year we sold the Radical in January. Because somebody wanted it and said, fine, take it. Because we knew the car wouldn't really compete against David Somerville's son's Senna's SR8 because they had put in a bigger engine and stuff. So my car being the RXC, the heavier one, it was just not working out.
Yeah.
So we knew we had to sell it. So when we sold it, circuit racing was in the big class was up and down because Doug left the class. David wasn't driving. Senna is there. Wasn't sure what he was doing. William Myers at the time was selling his car. So I didn't want to go and take the money and to go buy another circuit racing car if I didn't know what was happening.
What was happening with the actual group? Yeah.
Neil Buckley said to me, there's this guy who's selling his Fiesta, a brand new car from M Sport, doesn't want it. Do you want it? I said, Dad, I mean...
Let's go take a look.
So, I mean...
What do we think about this?
Were you aware at the time? Obviously, you had seen what had been happening here with the Rally 2 and
Correct.
R5 cars.
Yeah, with Jeffrey flying down and doing all the events, and you guys doing a fantastic job in the R5 Championship at the time on social media. It was wicked.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I've always wanted to compete and have a car to win Rally Barbados. There's no question. That's the last one. Rally Jamaica, Rally Trinidad, Rally Barbados. That's the goal.
That's the trio.
Triple Crown.
Yeah, Triple Crown.
So, I mean, Dad loved Barbados. He grew up here.
Yeah.
So I knew it was the right decision and right timing, I should say.
Yeah.
Sell the car comes up, which doesn't come up for sale.
Yeah.
So, I mean, people were skeptical about the Ford. I mean, because you saw Rob switch, Jeffrey switch.
Yeah.
But just the word, the guys gave me the word that the car can do the job. You just need to upgrades. Jeffrey and Warp at the time didn't have the upgrades. They promised me it would be good. I mean, sound like a real sales pitch, but
Oh well, I think it's kind of worked out okay so far. It's clear that the car is capable.
The car is definitely capable. I mean, and they just released an upgrade this year, which I haven't gotten, which I paid for. I haven't gotten it as yet.
Okay. So that's coming when?
So it was supposed to be here for this first race, but everything is delayed.
Can you share what that is? It like an
It's just a cooling package upgrade. So
okay.
right away when they installed it on the WRC2s last year, like Formos and stuff, it's the first time Formo has actually won a WRC2 event. He's won back-to-back stages.
Some more potential here on the
team. It just I think it sounds different on the load. Like you hear the car spooling better, and it looks like better acceleration.
Yeah.
So
so you get the call from Neil. This Rally 2 Fiesta is available. I'm guessing you go up to the UK.
Yes, this time exactly last year was the first time seeing a car.
Right.
And what was that first experience like when you saw it, got in it, drove it?
It felt fast. Obviously, I mean everything was different because I never left foot braked in the Evolution. Never. Because I guess I always use the clutch with the dog box, even though I wasn't supposed to really, or had to.
Yeah.
But using the left foot braking, the sequential, David Higgins actually gave me some few tips in England.
No way.
So around a track, but I mean, you're on a track, so it doesn't seem that different. And then when we brought the car here, the first run here, I hit off the back left wheel in the practice run. I remember that.
I do actually. I do.
I was like, oh, great start. But yeah, it was nice. The car is easy to drive. There's no question about it. The car comes out of the box very easy to drive. It's just a fine tuning of the suspension. I'm now capable after driving a car after a year. I'll say to Ori, 2 clicks on the back, rebound, stiffen.
Yeah.
So those are the little things that just that's where the seat time comes.
Yeah, that comes with time, right?
And what's one of the most, like, even as you were first coming to grips with the car, like what was something that I guess took you the longest to get accustomed to?
With the Rally, well, I guess with the Ford, normally when you turn in, you have to wait. Don't get on the gas. It will just push out. So just use the momentum and then bam. There's no smooth, like the Radical, you turn in, brake and get on the gas slowly. It's not like that. You just turn in and bam. So it's a lot more different. That took me a long time to process. Mm-hmm. Like even in Rally Barbados, when you think you're going through a chicane, your left foot braking, it doesn't like that. It's
point and shoot stuff, right?
Point and shoot itself. So
off the throttle, turn, straight back on.
Yeah. So what happens? I was turning in and getting on the throttle too quick, and the car would just like be upset and then have to back off and then straighten it out and go. No. Brake late as possible. Use momentum to turn in, and bam. There's no smoothness to it.
Just pin it.
Just pin it.
Wow.
So that's.
Well, regardless, I mean, I think even obviously you got off to a rough start last year in the first season, knocking off a wheel in the very first stage. But I think obviously you showed across the whole year that you progressed into the car very, very quickly. And it wasn't long before you were right up there with Stuart and Jeff, who at the time were the two of them were certainly leading the charge at the sharp end of the group.
Yeah, I think what the turning point for me last year was the MCBI event when Jeffrey and those guys were in Martinique and Stuart didn't drive.
Yeah,
I was a lot more relaxed, and I did use that event to just basically try things and use it as a mindset, basically trying to look for the different aspects of the car to work and try different suspension changes, and that helped.
Yeah.
And I think that from that point on, was the day after. The next event, I was back. I beat Jeffrey and then I beat Stuart in one of the events. Yes, Dane won the event, but it was a lot more closer. I look at it as if the last 2 events I threw away with flat tires.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had some real unfortunate luck in the winter rally.
Yeah. So I didn't have a flat tire yesterday.
Well, thank God.
But I had a chopped tire, so I had to change it. But it was a lot better this time.
You're spending too much time off your road.
No,
man.
he's taking the risk. He's taking the risk to be fast.
Yeah,
and you got to sometimes rallying, right?
Yeah.
You got to know where to push it. And you're fully committed, that's for sure.
Well, that's for sure. I think for sure, like, without a doubt, you're one of the most entertaining guys to watch. Whenever a round finishes, even just before we came in here to do this, obviously, like watching your onboards, and when we're at an event, watching you from the outside, like, it's just, you seem to have quite a unique style compared to the other guys. This massive commitment and just all or nothing. All or nothing. It's been really exciting to watch. I can make for some unfortunate short ends to the rallies for you sometimes, which is obviously not something we wish on you. But without a doubt, like, you are massively entertaining, extremely fast, and just such a fun competitor to have amongst the group.
No, I mean, as in, it's rallying is fun. Circuit racing is stress. I always say that.
Yeah?
But as in, I enjoyed the battle yesterday, the chasing. It made me have to refocus. I mean, I knew what the car is capable of doing. I just need me to just relax and get back more seat time, considering 5 months break. Mm-hmm. But this year it's looking positive. Even though if the upgrade doesn't work, it's just a mind comfort. You know what I mean?
So you've got it. You've got all the tools available to you to succeed.
And Brett and those guys do a fantastic job in getting the cars ready. New sponsor this year, so a little bit more added pressure because they're coming from Rally Barbados.
Yeah, they're gonna come and watch.
Yeah, so, it's that's the goal. I mean, for the rally club I don't think they're bringing anybody professional this year.
Yeah,
Well,
it
we'll
doesn't.
see.
It doesn't. I haven't heard of anything yet.
It's
so
I like it that way.
it's
Well, because it. Yeah.
I mean, it just gives us guys an opportunity to.
Well, there's a
we're
real
not
chance you could win.
paid drivers, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I'm just
Because-
saying.
paid
You
and
know-
pattern is a bit of a cheat code.
Yeah.
I can pause you for 1 second. You press that button, right? No, not that one.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good. Because it wasn't showing red on there.
It is
okay,
red.
Good. All right, good.
Yeah.
All right, good. Thank God for that. You give me a heart attack.
No, you're good.
Sorry for that break. We're back.
Yeah, so this year, with if there is going to be no special drivers, for sure, it gives a Bajan or a Jamaican or
Well,
an opportunity to.
we've seen that Dane's car hasn't been the most reliable, so there's a real good chance that one of.
Rally Barbados is
I hope,
a long.
I hope it's a sign for him, Dane, to get.
But also, if the stages
or
are-
Rally 2.
If the stages are technical, I still feel like you're gonna put some numbers in on him.
Yeah, the long stages like yesterday.
Like,
the
yeah, you
speed,
can't.
There's no way.
There's no
4
way.
seconds. It's just like, there's no way.
There's no way. The power is, especially going uphill too.
Yeah.
It just pulls,
For sure. But Rally Barbados is long and treacherous.
Yeah.
as we know.
But
Anything
yeah,
can happen.
that's he has had what, 2 engine failures in the last 2
Was yesterday engine
I
failure?
believe so, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh boy.
So,
Time to get a Rally 2.
Goal for this year is to give me your goal for this year.
I want to win Rally Barbados. There's no question about
That's yeah.
it. It's more motivating now that it's not bringing back a Padden or
Yeah.
somebody.
Until they do, we don't know about
That's
it.
the goal.
I think it's unlikely.
Okay.
That's the goal. Rallying is cruel. You don't want to get your hopes up high, but
Well, you gotta have a goal, right?
Yeah.
You're doing it for something.
that's the goal.
You got a large contingency of people here supporting you. That's for sure. You got a big Beijing contingency who like your style. I guess you grew up here too,
I
right?
love the anti-lag of the Ford.
No, they do. Yeah. For
That
sure.
too.
The Ford wins the anti-lag model without a doubt. Without a doubt. So up next, Kyle, we got round 2 is gonna be shakedown stages. So that's gonna be at the end of April. Are you coming for that?
Yeah.
Great. What coming out of this event? Obviously, great battle with Rob. What are you hoping to achieve in round 2 when shakedown stages
Same,
lands?
I'm saying the pace is there back there. Pace is back there now, so it's just for me to just keep focused. I did miss Ori yesterday in the car.
Right.
So it was kind of strange doing all those stages without the navigator.
Talk to me about that relationship, because obviously coming from track into then rallying, how do you feel about having somebody like him next to you?
Ori's great.
Yeah.
I mean, one, he knows
The car.
the mechanical aspect of the car. I mean, he sings the notes well. Having a Bayesian in the passenger seat is a plus. Where do I go? You know, at the end of the day, you know what I mean?
You don't get lost on
You don't
transits.
get lost on transits. But yeah, or for example, you know, he'll know people on the stage that is it raining?
Right.
Yeah.
You know, do we need
Got some spotters.
yeah, about spotters on the stage. It's just, I mean, like he's a huge advantage.
Okay.
There's no question about it.
I heard through the grapevine that you might be or are doing Rally Jamaica this year, if it happens.
Yeah.
Good. Will he
You're
go
gonna be
with you?
excited for that in that car, huh?
No, I don't. I mean, I want to bring in that car if competitors come. If Rob decides to come, Jeffrey decides to come. There's no point bringing that car there.
Yeah,
to
if
run
those
by
guys aren't
itself.
turning up. Yeah.
How many stages is Rally Jamaica usually?
Normally they have 9 stages a day, 18
Okay.
How long are they?
stages.
Yeah.
I would say about 4 kilometers average.
Oh, they're short.
Yeah.
Oh, for some reason I thought they were longer than ours. I didn't
Would you
realize
be
they were
interested
so
in
short.
going to like overseas to do like a UK
Yeah,
like
for
a
sure.
long
I mean, Chris Ingram has been telling me to come and do an event over there.
Or Martinique?
Martinique could be a possibility. Just go step by step.
Yeah,
I didn't want to push anything last year because I just got
first
the car.
year, yeah.
I did. You know, we just bought the car brand new, got a bunch of spares. You know, bringing the car here, paying the bond. It's just I never wanted to just leave it at that for now.
Yeah.
But this year, if those guys, Jeffrey said to me, it was a fantastic event.
I hear it's
All
run
Horton
very
said
well.
it, wow, everybody's raving about it. So
Yeah.
I mean, if Rally Barbados goes well and the car is in one piece, yeah, I don't. Maybe we go. The stages they're long, eh?
Yeah.
They're long.
Yeah. It's
So that's a
incredible.
different
8 minutes of stage.
Right, that's a different challenge, which is what my point was. Like, how do you think you would feel? Like, and this is probably getting into like, how do you recce for here? I mean, you've driven a lot of these stages many times now. going somewhere new and having to learn an 8-minute stage.
Yeah, you become a lot more reliant on notes.
Notes. Do you feel like, and that's a question, do you rely on notes, or are you just like muscle memory right now, like on a lot of these stages?
I do rely on memory. I would drive a stage 4 times in one direction just to basic because I can do it here.
You're allowed.
Correct.
Right. In Jamaica, you can do it also.
Yeah.
Martinique would be a little difficult. If I go, I would not say not taking Ori maybe, and take not even a local,
A professional.
Yeah. Who can fine tune me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. We're gonna get to that. We'll cross that. But
Sure.
yeah, I've never done a long stage before.
Is that something that like you would be
I
excited
mean, I
about?
wouldn't even say that because Trinidad was blind to me, and those stages are long.
Yeah, they have some long ones.
Yeah.
Right.
So I had to rely on my navigator to call notes. So it's
Martinique seems a little less forgiving than Trinidad. If you make it out.
So yeah,
We'll see how it goes.
see how
That
goes.
would be interesting.
Rally Barbados first, though.
Yeah, for sure. And I think there's talk that we may have 18s and 19 and
Yeah, they seem to have a lot
Rally.
of Rally 2s come in.
yeah.
In more like different
Overseas.
people who haven't come before.
Some that have come before, and I think some new guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it could be as many as 18 of them.
Which would be pretty
Which is,
fun.
yeah, that's amazing. It would be the highest subscription of 4-wheel drive cars we've ever had,
Yeah.
according to the Rally Club. Don't quote me on that.
That's big for us. I mean, because a BRC event, yes, they had 50, but
MCBI.
the BRC rally.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
sorry. Yeah.
weekend
Uh-huh.
had 50 Rally 2s. So
Yeah.
I'm saying we're not even for
A little small, yeah.
country, we're not doing bad.
No,
Right.
not at all.
And
Correct.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're right. The BRC overseas had 15. So
It's incredible.
Right. Yeah.
At least I would say 20 of the people in that event was paid drivers.
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's
Well, that's where
Yeah, we ain't bad.
we ain't bad.
We ain't bad at all.
We need to get there. We need Sports Max. We need someone to come and actually televise this thing. We need come out.
No, I mean, but I heard Sportsmax was interested.
Yeah, well,
So we'll see.
there's a conversation.
Yeah,
I don't see why there wouldn't be. People
Yeah.
love it here.
Yeah.
And I heard the government just gave the clubs some, not you guys, the clubs some sponsorship money.
Apparently. I don't know.
That's a step.
Yeah.
I
No.
saw it and me and talking about it.
Well, I mean, motorsport is huge here. Huh? It's massive, absolutely massive. With Rally Barbados obviously being the flagship. I mean, the amount of tourism that
Zane,
generates, and
then
I mean, for like an event, not as an
Yeah.
individual. And yeah, so I mean, it makes sense that the government would support it. I mean, sport is a big part of it here, and we have this thing called Motorsport Isle. It's one of the BTMI's main features for promoting Barbados as a motorsport island. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see how it develops. But I think based on where we're at today, how many competitors we have, especially in this level of car, no one, certainly in the region, no one's close. I don't even know about LATAM when those guys are running those events down there, how many Rally 2 cars they have. We're lucky.
Yeah.
We're lucky.
I got a question for Kyle. Kyle, if you were in charge of one of these clubs, right, and you could pick a stage or you could pick a piece of road or set something up, would you do anything different? Is there anywhere here that you think would be good for a stage or anything different that we haven't done in terms of rallying? We wanted to do something through town.
Yeah, that's just what I say, like the yacht club side.
Yeah.
A super special through like South Coast into town and stuff. That'd be wicked, right?
Yeah.
Go across that
If you
Tower
look at
Bridge.
history, Jamaica did a thing in New Kingston.
Yeah. That was wild.
That was wild.
Yeah.
And then you get
Martinique does a similar thing.
Correct. they
correct.
have.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
And that
yes.
looked absolutely wild.
Crazy.
And in the night, I think
Yeah.
it will come out a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
It's-
We've got like a
it's-
mini Monaco because we got like we can have boats with like people on like all
Easily.
along the careenage.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
it
I
could be
mean,
huge.
I found that Bajans, like, because everything is down here on the north side is a little too far. Like you're going up by the south side, no, what is it, northeast, west side to go eat. Like that's far.
Far.
Like,
Well,
I'm
for
like-
them, yeah.
But I'm saying that I'm like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think something down by the yacht club side,
Yeah, that'd be
like
sick.
at night, like a
Yo,
super
down there's
special.
gonna be slippery
Even
though.
if it's just like a a one run just to build a sport event? Because you're gonna get people who come out who don't watch rally.
To open the rally, you know, we can always end at Bushy Park, but to open the rally, it'd be nice to have a super special like
Bridgetown Super Special would be wicked. That would be wicked.
That's just, I mean,
that's what
I just think y'all would struggle with grip. I think those roads are like ice down
yeah.
there,
but it is what it is.
and sidewalks big.
That's
it's rallying.
It's rallying. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, it will be.
It would be sick though.
Yeah, it was.
So that's your
Yeah,
wish
something around town would be nice.
Yeah, just to mix it up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of talk.
If it's like a kilometer and a half, 2 kilometer, it's just to get the spirit going.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't struggle to have people come out, but it'd be nice to have like one where
Just
everybody
something
is
different. Yeah. Just like a.
No, Bayesian people love motorsport. I tell people that all the time. It's a different level down here.
Yeah.
It's so well known. It's respected out here.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy how people
Uh-huh.
you want to come in for immigration. You here for rally? I say yes.
Any other Jamaicans you could think of that might end up coming out? What about Alex Powell? Would he ever get in a rally car and come and do something at some point?
Or Timmy Stewart or any of them boys?
I know Timmy is obviously interested. There's also Lee Vaz, two other Jamaican guys. But I told him to look at Rob's car. I mean, Rob's
sat down.
Yeah, I mean, yes, it needs a little work, but it can do the year.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to be fast in the first year with that car. I mean, the car can win.
Mm-hmm.
So as in I told him. So I mean, I don't see why not. I think they'd even love it more than me.
Yeah,
but,
I'm sure they would.
But yeah, they came last year to watch, so they know the level.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're actually coming back again this year. So
okay,
He needs to buy a car. Timmy, buy a car, bro. Come and race, man. It'd be good to have some more of your crew down here with us.
cool.
Yeah.
Any other questions we got?
Anything else, bro? Big up your new sponsor, York.
Yeah, York Investment
you guys
Management.
need to invest send some cash their way.
Kyle, thank you for making time with us today, buddy. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me again.
Yeah.
Safe travels back home when you go, and we look forward to seeing you in Shakedown Stages.
Thank you.
Cool, bro.
Good.